Hello, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on wherever you are hearing me from. Nice to be here again to give you all the latest updates. And this time is still on the AFCON Morocco 2025/2026. So it's still on the round of 16 yesterday. Nigeria, of course, the first match was between Egypt and Benin Republic, and it was a keenly contested match, very close match because in first the full time. It was at full time. It was 1-1 apiece, and the man has to go into extra time of about 30 minutes. And at the end of the day, Egypt carried the day because, of course, they were able to get two goals, two beautiful goals in the during the extra time, which gave them 3-1 victory over the Benin Republican. So nice one, and congratulations to the Egyptian, the Pharaohs of Egypt, and Mo Salah. Of course, it was the one that got the last goal for them in that match during the extra time. And of course, the other match of the day was Nigeria, our dear own Super Eagles of Nigeria, flying high, soaring high. Yeah, of course, like the true Eagles that they are, they soared high against the Mozambicans. It was a very beautiful game. It was a phenomenal game that, of course, was fabulous and fantastic. The Eagles really gave a good account of themselves. Yeah, of course, the first half, it was 2-0 goals coming from Ademola Lookman, the phenomenal lad doing it for Nigeria. Of course, I saw his performance yesterday. It was exceptional. Fighting for all the balls. You couldn't even differentiate him from the defensive midfielder. Was dropping down to this middle to fight for the ball and win the ball. Of course, he was virtually everywhere. Of course, no wonder an assist also came from him to Victor Osimhen to get the second goal on the match during the first half. Before they went for the break, and the onset of the other half, it was a goal riot again for the Super Eagles against the Mozambicans. Osimhen immediately getting on score sheet courtesy of Ademola Lookman's assists, and yeah, of course, it was a total dominance, and the Eagles were really, really soaring high, and the match, the fluidity of the match was exceptional. Nothing to be compared to other matches that the Super Eagles have played before. This really was a very, very beautiful match and a entertaining match for the fans, that the fans could sit back and relax without having to invest in their calculators, as they normally say. Yeah, of course, it was a good match, and the Eagles have to even really, the fans have to really be jubilating and just like calling it a day, and calling it that it's already it was a walkover, because the Mozambicans didn't really have anything to prove in that match, because of course they thought they could do it, and the way and manner they prepared for that game after having been promised sum of $7,000 each by their president, and they came really, really smoking on top, very high spirit and determined. Of course, the match started with them wanting to even cage the Eagles, because they all sat back, like, of course, they usually say that they packed buses. They didn't want to attack in the first half, hoping to counter the Eagles. But of course, the Eagles were really, really prepared to pounce on any prey. Of course, the Eagles successfully pounced on the Mozambicans, and before you know it, was bam, 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 and the last goal coming from the man himself, A. Down, who provided the assist. Okay, yeah, of course, who provided the assist for Ademola Lookman, also got the assist for Osimhen to score his first goal. So, overall, it was a very good match, and the Eagles really had cause to be calm and control the match all throughout the game. And yeah, of course, for the first time, Nwabali, going through the statistics of the match, Nwabali really didn't concede any goal today. I seen the statistics alone. Of course, shows that he didn't even have any save to make, because, of course, the defense line of Ajayi and the other lad from Fulham, of course, who is also a central midfielder with Ajayi, Kevin Bassey. My God, what? Of course, it's like you only believe that he's the reincarnation of the bull. The bull, Daniel Mokachi himself has incarnated himself in the defense line now, this era, in this generation, the person of Kevin Bassey. Of course, when Kevin Bassey started the first match he played against Nigeria, if I recall very well, was not in this. I don't. It was not in Nigeria. Of course, it was away to one of these other countries, and I saw that match. Of course, because he was a lad that wasn't really born and brought up in the temperate region like the West Africa or the African region that is so hot. Because, of course, I saw him really a little bit struggle to keep up and maintain his stamina in that game. But over time that he has continued to play for Nigeria, he has really been able to adapt quickly, and the way he has adapted is phenomenal. It's never not it's compared to nothing. Even right now the top level with which he's playing both professional in his club side and the national side now is so exceptional. Kudos to Kevin Bassey, the bull, and yeah, of course the other lad, of course, also the right full back, which is the person of Osai, of course, Osai and Bruno. They also give a very good account of themselves. Of course, in the midfield, yeah, of course, yeah. So